Today on Xplay, Gotham Knights is really trying to convince us it's a real game. Plus, we try out new video game themed ice cream flavors because why would we ever miss an opportunity to have food paid for by the show? And the return of everyone's favorite mad scientist. Oh god, no, not that one. This one. Resident Evil's Lance Reddick is back on the show. And finally, we play Hypercharge Unboxed, which is the answer to the age-old question, what would Toy Story be like if it were violent? Awesome. It would be awesome. Mommy, I want the action figure that shoots real bullets. It's game time.
Yeah! Yes, sir! Welcome back to Xplay Plus, the show that combines video games, comedy, and video game-themed ice cream into one delicious package. I'm your host, the Black Hokage, and I'm joined by our wonderful co-hosts, Frost and Gerard the Completionist. Also, shout out to Golden Boy in the chat. I see you. He couldn't be on today's show because his scooter ran out of fuel. We've got a great show for you guys today, but first, be sure to check out the Xplay YouTube channel, where you can find brand new reviews for games like Stray and the story-driven game As Dusk Falls, and we got more videos. And of course, be sure to join the G4 TV Discord if you haven't already. Now, let's get into this show by starting off with this week's edition of The Hot Drop.
Welcome to the Hot Job, nerds. Our first story takes us to the world of Runeterra. And for those who may not know, the world of League of Legends has been gradually expanding with spin-offs that include games like The Ruined King and the fantastic Netflix original Arcane. Watch it. One of the more exciting spin-offs in the works is Project L, a 2v2 fighting game that'll feature various champions from League of Legends. Now, Riot recently released an update video revealing Project L will be free to play with, and I quote, respectful monetization. Now, Senior Director Tom Cannon said the game will be, again, quote, respectful of your time and wallet. Now, so far, the general response has been positive among League fans and members of the FGC. Are you guys excited at all for Project L? And I think just to kind of kick us off here as far as the monetization, now, League of Legends was one of the biggest games, probably the biggest game outside of Fortnite with a free-to-play model. Currently, you pay for skins in-game, and that's about it. You can buy some boosts to try to grind faster. With the addition of having it on Game Pass, it unlocks all champions, so you don't have to spend any money there to kind of catch up with the game. So I'm not actually very concerned with any monetization when it comes to Riot products because they haven't been nefarious in the past.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just skins and like we'll get all the characters off rip, and so you can have just ways to customize your character. I'm excited for this game, but I'm more so excited for the simple fact that the community is excited about this game. I feel like it's kind of just been Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat kind of at the top, and there's a game, you got games like Guilty Gear Strive and Soul Calibur that I really love, but they're not like heavily adopted by the pro community. I think we saw a little bit of that with Dragon Ball Fighters, but it seems like the community is really excited about this game, and that gets me excited because I love watching FGC tournaments, but sometimes I just kind of get tired of watching the same games. Also, this is being helmed by the Cannon Brothers, which, you know, they're bringing in a 2.0 version of rollback netcode. So this game is probably going to have one of the smoothest onlines, and that's another reason to be excited because I think this is going to be a quality product. And with the backing of Riot, I think this has the potential to make some noise in the pro community.
As long as we get Marvel vs. Capcom tag team style combat, that's my jam. Marvel vs. Capcom is one of my favorite fighting game franchises, just the Versus franchise in general. And so if this is even remotely like that, I'm in at day one, and I'll probably be addicted to it for a long time.
Yeah, there was a video that we dropped like last week. It was a little bit where I played Professor Choke, and there's a joke in there where I said I didn't know what Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is. I just want you guys to know that I do know what that is. I played it. I love it. I love it.
Make the apology.
No, because the comments came at me. They was like, what? You don't know that? So I agree with you. I really hope that it's like that, and it does seem like that from the gameplay. What about you, Frost? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I've gotten to, in my time working with Riot in the past, I've gotten to see and play some projects. And all I will say is that everything that I have ever touched from Riot, silky smooth. But we're not quite done talking about fighting games just yet.
The hot drop.
Oh, that was so well timed. While MultiVersus is one of the most popular games right now, most popular games going right now. Okay, I can read. It's not without its problems. Now, one Reddit user, huge shout out to you. You can see him on Reddit on the MultiVersus main page, or you can see the video on Twitter circulating. Silverfan3702 made a great video breaking down the hitbox issue. So MultiVersus has a serious issue. It doesn't have a priority system. So basically in Smash Bros, and this is a very simplified version of it, has a priority system, which basically means stronger attacks will get through weaker ones. So if the two attacks hit it once, the stronger attack will kind of break through it and do more damage. But in MultiVersus, it's hitbox versus hitbox. Whichever hits the other first wins, regardless of if it's stronger or not. Now, because of this, a lot of people have noticed how broken Finn is from Adventure Time. And it's because of his backpack move, which has a giant hitbox, and Finn himself has a very small hurt box, which means he hits you when he doesn't look like he's hitting you, and he usually comes out on every single trade on top. Now, obviously, this is something that desperately needs to be fixed. So our very own TBH has a public service announcement about that and why he would like to share it with you.
Hey, guys. Close your eyes and just hang in there with me. There's been a lot of talk about how Finn from MultiVersus is so OP that it truly makes the game unfair for others to play. Games are supposed to be about fairness, inclusion, fun. Playing with Finn, though, it's just not fair. It makes other people not want to play. Some will say that playing with a character like that should be off limits until it's patched so the community can grow. They'll say kids are getting upset playing against tryhards, and then you know what I say? Fuck them kids. You want to win, little Billy? You're a latchkey kid. You got plenty of time. Get better. Go play with Finn now before they fix his broken ass, because we're doing the next generation a favor by teaching them one thing. Life gives no mercy, and neither do I. So, for our next hot drop.
The hot drop.
Takes us from the multiverse to the streets of Gotham. The upcoming Gotham Knights game is the focus of this month's IGN First, and they kicked things off with a 16-minute video showcasing Batgirl.
That's what they were showcasing.
Yeah, that ass. As she journeys through the game's opening level, there's investigations, stealth takedowns, and combat, a.k.a. the same stuff we've seen in the last 4 Batman Arkham games. The previous footage we've seen from the game hasn't done much to impress us, so I have to ask, did this 16-minute preview do anything to change everyone's feelings about the game?
The game looks like other Arkham games. I rest my case. That's all I got. I didn't really feel like there's a sense of new stuff showcased other than new character models and some new story elements. But I don't know. I'm getting Arkham Again vibes, and it's not a bad thing, but I kind of wish we saw a little bit more new stuff.
It's
personally
so weird because I really loved the Arkham games, especially the first one, but it is so dated, it feels like, to some of the newer games that have come out. And even though that this game looks nice in certain instances, although in the video that I was watching, it's hard to say what's compression from YouTube and what's actually the game, because there did look to be some frame issues. It just, I don't know. It doesn't, I'm not vibing with it.
I wouldn't say it's dated. I would say it's become content with what it is, and it hasn't really evolved
I guess that's
enough.
A fair word for it. It just feels very strange seeing Batgirl's like purple and yellow beautiful costume in like such a brown and dark and dreary world. And not that I dislike kind of a grittier iteration of Gotham. I kind of wish that they would stylize it more. Like, why haven't we gotten an amazing new age Batman game that kind of takes after the Batman the animated series and has like really pushed how creative and more like Gothic and what's the word I'm looking for? Retro, Art Deco. That's the one. Art Deco style. Sorry, I was like Paul Dini. I'm trying to find that word back there. But otherwise, I'll play it if it has a really good story. But if the story's not banging, this is probably something that I just watch someone play on YouTube just to get that Batman in my veins.
I think the story is why people are going to check it out, and then I think it alleviates some of the pressure of, oh, we got this again, because people in chat have been saying, oh, I like Arkham, I'm ready for more Arkham, like, and it's been a while since Arkham Knight, so it's not that we're too far out from it. It's that this story plus the gameplay should hopefully flesh out the environment and then hopefully get people back into Gotham.
But
Now,
the writing wasn't even that good in the trailer.
Yeah.
It was very strange.
Before I started ragging on it, if I can give one positive from the new 16-minute demo that we saw, it was at the very beginning. There was a little bit of the stylized stuff when they decide the way you had to decide who you want to take on the mission. They were all talking amongst each other, and you could move the camera. I thought that was pretty cool the way it transitioned. So I think they need to show more of that. But my biggest problem with this game is they've really been preaching about the co-op, and they really haven't shown how that's going to diversify the gameplay. So what I mean is one of my favorite games is It Takes Two, and one of the reasons is everything in that game was designed around the co-op, the entire level design. But with this, they're like, oh, you could play as two different, Gotham heroes. But I'm like, how does that affect the gameplay? You got Batgirl, doing these investigations. Well, I'm like, well, when someone's there, how does that affect the gameplay? Are there other puzzles? So I want to see more of that. That's how it would get me excited versus just throwing some characters on the screen and jumping around.
Yeah, I guess my big issue with at least seeing the 16-minute gameplay is, like Gerard said, it's nothing that we haven't seen before, but also, again, coming from just playing games like, even something like Stray, where the puzzle finding is a lot more fluid, where you actually have to kind of like investigate to find the code to put it in, even though it's simple, when it just goes to that screen where it's like, okay, yeah, if I just move my cursor over everything, I get exactly what I need, it plugs it in for me, and I'm being fed the story like, oh yeah, this guy clearly was murdered in a devious way, go downstairs. I'm like, we can write better than this. There's so much good stuff from Batman. We can like push this further. And I just wish it would evolve.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, we have to make a decision when the game comes out, because we can speculate all day long until we get closer to the game coming out, until we see gameplay, until we try a demo, until we really experience it. It's hard to judge a book by its cover.
For sure.
Okay, now when we come back, we're going to talk about Rollerdrome, a new skating shooter game that I'm ranked #2 in, only on certain maps. That's fine though, and if TBH hasn't cooled down by then, we'll give him a hand with some ice cream taste tests, so stick around, nerds.
Yeah! All right.
Everybody, and welcome back to Xplay Plus. Whoop, 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 whoop. I see they've chilled out a little bit. Now, next up on the Hot Drop.
The Hot Drop.
Thank you, Trey. We're taking a look at Rollerdrome. Now, from the team that brought you Ollie Ollie World. Sorry. With Prompter, we're having a hard time today. Now, Roll7's team of 44 developers are releasing their next venture on August 16th. And when Rollerdrome was teased at Sony's State of Play, this action movement title was quickly summarized as Tony Hawk, but with guns. Though, honestly, after spending 15 hours with the game, I don't think that quite hits the mark. Now, heavily inspired by the 1970s classic Rollerball, the game is closer to a third-person bullet hell than any pro skater. While tricks are used, and they do look freaking stylish, they're more of a flourish to the absolute ass-kicking you deliver on the court. Tricks help you acquire ammo that you use to place firmly in the mouths of your enemies to keep combos up, dominate the leaderboards, and win the championships. Overall, a formal review will be releasing from us closer to a launch date, but if you're keen on mechanically intensive reflex action games with a side of sick beats and tricks, then Rollerdrome is the perfect game for you. So far, I'm actually enjoying it immensely and have become a bit addicted. I actually put down Pokemon Unite. I was playing this game so much. Now, I know that everyone makes the comparison of Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and the first time that you hold the game, it does feel that way in terms of its movement and kind of how you spin and do like the verticality and the aerials. But again, it's not so much about tricks as it is just using the tricks to keep stocked on ammo, which is your primary resource that you're playing with. The other thing that I saw about this game, especially looking at some of the Steam comments, is that people were really expecting a multiplayer function for the game. Right now, nothing that I've seen has been announced for that. And the reason why I don't think it would work is one of the other core mechanics of the game is this ability to go into slow-mo and slow everything down as you're kind of like flipping through the air and firing off rocket launchers.
Can I interject on that part?
Yes.
So I don't want to be that guy, but Rockstar, before they became, money hungry with GTA 5, they used to make other games, and one of them was Max Payne 3. And it has criminally underrated multiplayer, and you could slow down the time in multiplayer. And the way it worked in that was obviously it was on a cooldown, but also you had to look at whoever you were looking at, it would slow down time for that person, and then whoever was looking at that situation, but it didn't slow the whole world down, and it worked. It was actually really fun. So it's a possibility that they could do it.
That would be a cool interaction. Right now, the game is mostly about kind of memorizing your route, finding a good line, and then it's kind of like that zen of just like you're dodging over here, you're firing off a rocket launcher, you land this like triple backflip, you then pull out your dual pistols and you're like killing these 3 guys to the side, and you just kind of go through. You will replay the same level a ton. The competitive element right now is leaderboards. You can see over on the right-hand corner of your screen. This is actually my gameplay. Nice! That's your combo meter ticking down, and every time you kill an enemy, it times to your combo. So you saw when you took down that person, it goes from a 9 to a 10, and it's about completing runs without dropping your combo. Every time you take damage, it ticks down a little bit more, and slowly over time, if you don't find your opponent, then you lose your combo, and that really hurts.
What's the trick system like? Is it hard to pull off? Are there like various button combinations, or it just kind of randomly does something whenever you go up?
So there's 2 buttons for tricks. There's grinds as well as aerial grabs, and then sorry, I have to use my hands to do this. You hold the right bumper to spin and flip. So you're spinning with your right stick. You'll then flip, hold the grab, and then it's either inputs on your directional left hand of like over, or up, down, or in, over. And that's kind of like the hardest tricks. Otherwise, usually it's like over to the light or over to the right, like safety grab. Or you can do, my favorite move is called the coffin, and it's this way, grab, and you just like, you look so cool. You like Superman spin around, and it's worth the most points. It's great.
Well, I was going to add that it reminds me a lot of Super Hot.
Yep.
Super Hot VR, one of the great VR games out there. You can definitely play Super Hot nowadays on PC, but this definitely gives me, between the art style and slowing down time and how important it is to combo things, it just reminds me a lot of Super Hot.
I think it's a game where if people love bullet hell games, and again, like pretty challenging games, I don't think it's impossible. It also has a great inbuilt assist mode. You can turn on invulnerability as well as like no cooldown on the slowdown mode. Like it has so many things built in cheat systems if you wanted to that you could just zen out to this game. But the soundtrack is really cool. It does have some light story elements. I think the narrative is actually really cool and doesn't overtake the game. But at its core, it's just really great fluid combat mechanics and movement mechanics combined.
This looking at this game, it reminds me a lot when I got to preview Saints Row. Kind of harkens back to like, I feel like my childhood where games were made to just be fun. And this looks like a game that was
it's
like,
just fun.
It's not supposed to make sense. It's just supposed to be silly fun. And I'm cool with that. I'm 100% cool with that.
I was explaining it to a friend, and he said, I think the greatest thing for it is kind of like the last topic on this. He said, you can tell that our generation are growing up and making games because this feels like the perfect type of person who grew up playing something like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And we're like, but what if we did this with it as well? And that's the best way I can describe it. It's great fun.
Well, the summer is almost over. And
Aww.
oh my God, the summer is almost over. What the hell happened? How's time moving so fast?
Yeah, I know. It's already August. So I hope you guys paid your rent.
Shit.
Holy shit.
Dude.
You good,
That's
buddy?
why we thought we'd talk about some new ice cream flavors from Cold Stone Creamery and Nintendo.
Do you Do you want to talk about what just
Cold
happened?
Stone and Nintendo have partnered to create 3 new flavors as well as a cake. The 3 flavors are inspired by Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Mario Party Superstars, and Animal Crossing New Horizons. They also have this ice cream cake that Leffler wouldn't let us get because he's a monster that hates joy.
$50 for that.
Well, you know what?
What is that joy worth to you?
All right, hold on.
We have a
Hold
company
on.
credit card.
Here's how this is going to work. Chat, help us out right now. I need you to spam exclamation point cake in chat. Let Leffler know that you want the cake in the studio.
LaBelle.
And we'll make him go get it.
Do not do exclamation
Do
point
it.
cake.
Do it.
Don't do it,
Do not let
audience.
this man
Don't
bully us.
do it. We're not getting cake.
We control this show, not
doing it.
him. This is us.
Look at him go.
There you go.
Holy shit, they're fast.
Cake.
Look at them go.
Look at that.
We
they
love
want
the
it.
interaction.
They want to suck the duck. They want that cake, Leff. That's how it works.
Join the Discord.
Anyways, the cake that hopefully Leffler will bring later today. Wink, wink, nudge. Oh, don't you give me that.
It's
the cake.
$50, Leffler.
It's $60. The cake is called Rainbow Sprinkle Road, and it looks perfect for my 10th birthday party or maybe even my next one. Now, these special flavors are available nationwide until September 30th, and we actually have the 3 other flavors here today in studio, so we thought we'd give them a test because why wouldn't we? So please, Jake, bring them in.
Will do, good buddy.
What are you wearing?
Hi, everybody.
Are you a soda boy? What is this?
Yeah.
A soda jerk. I learned this
Soda
word
jerk?
today.
All right.
I'm here to present you with 3 terrific Nintendo-inspired ice cream
Why do
flavors.
those look
From
melty?
Cold Stone Creamery.
Those are pretty good. They look fun.
Don't they look fancy?
Can we get a close-up
Let's
of that?
start
Yeah, can we
with,
zoom in?
you want to say, how about that?
Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful.
All right, let's start with the first one. Oh, everybody grab yourself a bowl.
Oh,
grab
thank you,
yourself
soda
a bowl.
jerk, Jake.
Here you are. Oh, pass it
Thank
down.
you, thank
Okay.
you.
You jerked that soda.
Here you go.
Jake,
So good.
mine's
every
got a
night.
hair
Here
in
you
it.
go. All
That's
right.
probably from my beard.
Spoon for you. And for you.
I'm the big spoon.
And for you. Okay. This first flavor we have up right here is the Mighty Pink Puff. No, Frosk, it's not a new strain of sativa. Instead, this is a strawberry ice cream base with chunks of strawberry, a ribbon of caramel, and miniature marshmallows. So here we are. Enjoy
All
yourself
right, let's get in
a
there.
little
Just
scoop
single
there.
scoop, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Didn't like Gerard kill Kirby or
Yeah,
something?
there we go.
I always kill Kirby.
We don't talk about that anymore. Here you go. Here you go. Get yourself a
Can I
little.
actually eat this right now?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what a taste test is.
I will be
Frost.
taking a small bite because, fun fact, I should have warned you guys, I am lactose. And
Oh, yeah, we definitely shouldn't have done this bit then.
if I eat too much of this, I'm not going to make it through the show. It's going to be a shitty show.
Jake is stealing it for you.
Or you eat a lot of it for science.
Okay.
Oh shit,
Just
that's
a
pretty
quick
good.
bite for me.
You got strawberry.
Good.
Okay, guys, first and
Marshmallow.
foremost, the
It's pretty
texture
decent.
of this is nice. They actually,
I mean, that's Cold Stone for you.
Sounds good.
All right, Jake, I'm ready for
If
the
you
next
would,
one.
if you would like a napkin,
I
here
haven't
you
gotten any of
are.
the caramel.
It's good, though.
I'm ready for the next flavor, Jake, whenever you
Yes,
are ready.
okay. All righty. The next flavor. Are we ready?
Ready.
Are we ready? All right. Palate's cleansed. Here we go.
Guys, if you
this
like-
next flavor is our Animal Crossing inspired indulgence. This is the Island Getaway. This tropical treat features chocolate ice cream base, strawberries, bananas, and a whipped topping. So,
Fun fact, this is also what you get as a prize after you pay your mortgage off from Tom Nook.
oh, how about that?
that guy's not giving you anything.
Here we
not
go.
Okay, I'm going to say this. The strawberries and the Kirby one, not great.
Frosk, here we are. Enjoy your Island Getaway.
Thank you.
Bone apple tea, everyone.
Tom Nook is a goddamn thief.
You can't say anything, Love, until you bring the cake.
Oh
You're
my,
the Tom Nook of Xplay.
oh my God.
Man, this is pretty tasty.
Yeah?
I like the chocolate. Got strawberry and banana. Good times, good vibes.
I feel the need to...
All right.
Every time we played that game,
I just wanted to remind the audience to not put exclamation point cake in the chat. Do not
Yes,
put exclamation
chat.
point cake.
Do not put Exclamation point cake in chat.
Okay,
We're not getting cake.
We're getting cake.
the Animal Crossing one is
Make our
blowing-
boss get us a $60 cake live.
I'm surprised. I like the Kirby one more. This is just
$60, guys. It's the price of every Nintendo game out there,
the Animal Crossing one.
and
is
it
just
doesn't
chocolate
degrade.
with-
It stays $60 the whole 2 months that you can buy it at Cold Stone.
Let's not get carried away.
Sorry,
It's $59.99.
Exactly.
Okay.
$60.
All right.
Still a better
Economic.
deal than Mario Strikers.
Shall we try? Shall we try our third and final flavor?
Let's do it.
Get it.
All right, here we are. This is quite possibly the best for last. Now, they put this in the wrong cup, but we're not going to let that bother us.
Yeah, let's not.
So this one is inspired by Mario Party Superstars. I present to you the Superstar Sprinkle Blast. Now, this mouth party includes cake batter ice cream, little delicious bits of golden yellow cake, blue frosting, and of course, well, rainbow sprinkles. It will surely leaving you saying, wahoo.
Jake, if I could
All right.
quote a wise man, don't drop that yellow cake.
Here we go.
Just as a reminder, everyone, we paid for this.
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo did not pay for this.
Oh, yeah.
And
Neither did Cold
you
Stone.
sure as hell bet the Cold Stone didn't. And you know later on that Leffler's going to pay $60 for that Mario cake later on.
And with his
Getting cake.
We're getting cake.
and with his lactose
internet
intolerance,
abides.
Corey will be paying for it later.
Absolutely. But that one's the best one. The cake one.
This is by far the best one.
That one's
Cake
actually really
batter
good.
ice cream. How could it not be
It's
tremendous?
so rich,
This-
though.
Well,
This is a sugar problem. It literally just tastes like
Lord.
like a vanilla sprinkle cake that you would make at home, just in ice cream flavor form. It's very tasty, but very
The
dangerous.
chocolate one, the second one, is the most disappointing. It's just chocolate with whipped cream on it.
Yeah, this is the most customized
it's
one for sure.
whipped topping.
You need to jerk that soda a little harder.
Jerk
We'll
what
do.
soda?
He's the soda jerk, baby.
Wow. Well,
Best one, you would say?
I think that's my
Rank
favorite
them.
one.
Rank them.
that's number one.
Okay.
Kirby 2.
Kirby 2.
Chocolate blast.
I agree.
Wow, Tom
I'm
Nook.
actually going to say Tom Nook's second, but I don't like strawberry ice cream. I think it tastes like weird chemicals.
Okay.
Is that just me? God,
I think it
like-
tastes like dreams. It's wonderful.
Well, I think it's worth the shot. Jake,
Yes.
has Leffler gone to go get the cake yet?
Well, I do have a bit of a surprise from Leffler.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
What's going
What
on?
is it? What is it?
are you ready for this? Here
Oh my
we
God.
go.
Is it the cake?
It's very small.
Yeah.
He put me up to that. I didn't want to do it, but
That's right. Thank you, Jake. You're my favorite.
I thought it was a cupcake.
Kind of a dick move.
Sorry about that.
I mean, he is a soda jerk. That was a jerk move. So
All right. Well, coming up next, myself and the incomparable Danny Penna discuss our shiny new Steam Decks. What are they like? And are they worth it? Grab yourself a pint of ice cream during the break. Spam exclamation point and cake in the chat because I'm convinced that we will get a cake for the end of the show. Cake. Yes.
Gamer
We're
Tag
getting
Radio.
cake left.
Gamer Tag Radio.
See you guys in a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Gamer Tag
Bring the
Radio.
cake. Come on.
Cake.
Okay.
You over there making love?
Welcome back to Xplay Plus, everyone. I have started the revolution, everyone. Valve's handheld console, the Steam Deck, was first announced in July of 2021, and I actually pre-ordered it live on stream back in the Beach House era. It's taken a while for these to roll out. I just got mine a few days ago, which means it took me literally 1 year to get my Steam Deck in my hands. And there are people who are still waiting for their Steam Decks to ship out. But there is some good news from Valve. Steam Deck production is ramping up, and everyone who pre-ordered a console will get one by the end of the year. So for anyone who's still waiting or is curious about the Steam Deck and how it stacks up against the other handheld hardware, Danny, Penna, and myself are here to break it down for you all at home and talk about our first impressions. First off, please welcome back to the show, Danny.
Gamer Tag Radio.
Hello, everyone. Hello, I'm back. Suck the Duck is back.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Gamer Tag.
Never forget the duck. For those of you guys who don't know, Danny is our editorial lead, and he's always the one that gets us those amazing interviews and game codes early for reviews. So thank you, Danny, for all the hard work.
No problem, man. Hey, gotta do it for the team.
Yeah.
We live and die by Danny. That's true.
It's true. So, Danny, how long have you had your Steam Deck, and which model do you have?
It's been a month now. I have the highest here, I believe, is 512 gigs, I believe. Half a terabyte, right? So,
Totally.
Yeah, so I have that, and I love this system so much, man.
Let's show it off to the camera, everyone. Look at
very
that.
quick.
I feel like all the poor people at the table need to leave, meaning me.
Hey, wait, why boo? What's going on?
Everyone's mad they don't have one.
My
all right.
Steam Deck.
That's a phone.
Now,
That's
if you compare it to the Switch OLED,
Look at the difference.
it's and it feels heavy. You want to try it out?
Yeah,
real
let me
quick?
see.
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Horizon, God of War. There's a couple other games there, Thumper, like indie games and stuff. So battery life, it can last an hour and change depending on the type of game. So if I play like a game like God of War, an hour plus. Right?
Well, let's be clear. The reason why it's an hour plus is because of the fact that you are playing on a pretty sophisticated high level of settings. So
Yes.
it's not like turning it on and suddenly the battery is drained. There are options in the Steam Deck to reduce the use of the battery. You can adjust the way the screen is behaving, how the batteries are behaving, closing certain apps or multiple apps at once, because it's like a phone or a computer where if you've got too many apps, it slows it down. So it's not just like you boot up a game and it lasts an hour. It's dependent on how you at home play the Steam Deck and how you kind of play different games.
I go all the way up.
You're Ultraman, highest settings, highest frame rate, VSync on, all that stuff.
Yeah, but the game that I play the most, which is crazy, is Vampire Survivors.
Oh, me too.
I have what's the hate? What's the hate? No,
I'm not hating. I'm just observing. I'm broke. I can't talk about this.
The game is addicting. Best $3 game I ever played, man.
Preach it. It is the best $3 game. You had a question, Frosk?
So I've got two questions. Number one being, does it get hot? And have you guys noticed? Because my OLED does get quite hot, especially in the summer months right now, docked and playing it by itself. And are you guys finding that you're playing it mostly plugged in and you're just like maybe playing it in bed or in car? Or do you like, what are your play patterns with it?
I literally just got mine on Monday. So this is only day 2 of me with it. And it does get pretty hot, but not nearly as hot as you would think. It's mostly battery or fan operated. That the fan itself gets a little toasty, but it's not like, your hand is really warm, you should put it down. It's not too bad.
But I know Val did mention that because people are playing this outside, and during the summer it could get really, really hot because of the temperatures outside. Once it reaches to like a certain degree, it will automatically will turn off your Steam Deck. Yeah, just to be safe, So
How does the button layout feel when you're playing games? I see like the analog sticks are kind of across, similar to like the PlayStation controller. I prefer an Xbox controller. So like, how does it feel in your guys' hands?
Well, for me, because I play a lot of Switch, I had to get used to the D-pad because the D-pad is on top. So every time I'm playing a game, I will switch and I go to the touchpad right here, thinking that it's the D-pad automatically. But once you get a couple games in, you get used to it very quick.
For sure.
It does feel heavy though. But
a really good or really interesting article. I can't remember if it was like Polygon or maybe it was Game Rant that was talking about how the Steam Deck might change control layouts and control systems, especially for first-person shooters. Have you guys found that or Danny, since you've had it longer, have you been experimenting at all with some of your layouts because of the nature of the control scheme?
I have, but I usually play a default. Like I'll play a lot of the third-person games. Apex plays phenomenal on this right here too. Plus, something we've got to mention, there's also buttons here on the bottom too.
There is an L4 and an L5 button on the back, so you can program the controller to be, or the whole Steam Deck to be a little more accessible for games.
Let me ask you this: Have you tried the touchpad at all? 'Cause it reminds me of the Steam controller.
I have. I've definitely, because I have fat hands, I have definitely accidentally pressed it a few times. But it's very easy to recognize, especially because the right one rumbles on most games. So if you are incorrectly touching it or moving it around, it rumbles. So you know, oh, I'm touching that instead of the actual analog stick. Real quick, control room, if you don't mind, I actually have God of War 2018 pulled up running on my Steam Deck that we can show you guys at home how it looks. This is running at, I want to say, 1080p 60 through the Steam Deck, and it looks pretty buttery smooth. I'm pretty stoked about it. It you know, God of War on the go is a fun time.
Yeah, and I know there's ways also to play Xbox S Cloud. There's people that manage to do that. I haven't done it at all, but it's crazy playing, you know, games like God of War, Horizon, all these PlayStation games, you know, and in the future, Spider-Man, that's going to be my game once it comes out. I'm going to be playing on the Steam Deck too.
I'm just happy to hear that Apex runs on the Steam Deck. I mean, it runs on every platform except for the Switch at this point. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Even mobile.
That is very true. Very, very true.
Now, it is important to note that not every game out the box is Steam compatible and Steam Deck compatible. So if you pick up a game and you want to play it and it doesn't run that well, it's mostly because the developers have not optimized it yet. And the Steam Deck actually most times won't let you run it because it's not on their Steam Deck compatibility list. So if you're like, oh, this game sucks on the Steam Deck, give it time. Developers are still learning how to use this thing, how to program for it. They're learning how to make it better with each patch. And
there's some games that also you might find like the text too small for the screen, but you can still play the game. You know, it all depends what it is too. So
I see this conversation being brought up a lot, and just kind of referencing chat right now. Someone said that it won't replace their portable because then you'll just be tethered to outlets. I feel like, and we've had this conversation earlier, and I'm curious kind of where you guys sit on it now, owning one, that the Steam Deck isn't about replacing a cell phone or a Nintendo Switch. It's not competing with those. It's competing with laptops or gaming laptops. You know, if you don't have the money to go in on a high-end gaming desktop, or maybe you travel too often and you can't, you know, put down $3,000, $2,000 on a gaming laptop, that this is a much more or a much easier entry point into having gaming on the go.
And I do agree with that, because there's people that don't have a gaming laptop, they'll have this, and they also will use this also to stream through on Twitch and everything. So yeah, that's possible.
The thing is, it's not a laptop. What's it like to actually navigate the system in terms of, like, is there a special interface for like when you're trying games out?
You want to show that, Gerard?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can kind of show you right here.
Go to the store.
Does it have an Ethernet?
Which one you want to check out, the
port on
store or the library?
The store, like, I want to see, is there a difference between like Steam and is there a special
I don't have
version
internet.
or-
I don't have internet booted up on this.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
it? Do they have?
But I can't show you my library.
Yeah.
Vampire
So right here, you could
Survivors.
put, see, like, Grand Deck, like let's say you have 300 games installed already in your PC. When you go to Grand Deck, it will show you the ones that is compatible for this.
a little green logo
Yeah.
next to it.
You could put all games. That will be all your games installed. Now, the one that says non-Steam, that one will be like, let's say you manage to add xCloud or a browser, web browser, something like that. You could do that, everything from there. But it's super easy. It's super easy.
Yeah, see, I was a little worried that like it was going to be like a traditional kind of PC experience with a mouse cursor using the analog stick, but nah, I like that you could just shift between the games.
There's also another option you could do is you could add your gaming controller through Bluetooth, or mouse and keyboard too. You could do. You could add it in there.
Hey Gerard, will you please play Vampire Survivors? Yeah, no problem, chat.
Yeah. Now, Gerard,
I'm booting it up. I'm playing Vampire Survivors. You have a question, Danny?
do you see yourself like playing this more than the Switch? I'm still going to be switching here and there. You know, it all depends what games comes out. But it's exciting playing, you know, games on the go, especially like, you know, AAA games. And Elden Ring plays really, really good in this.
Yeah, I mean, right now, definitely, because all I do is play Vampire Survivors. In fact, that's what I'm doing.
How many hours
right now.
already?
163.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's way
Wait,
more
how
than
many
me.
days? Oh, I'm going to keep talking. You said 163?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
3 hours.
My main concern with this is I'd be worried that it'd be obsolete within like a year or two.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's 7 days, Gerard.
I
You
was,
played Vampire Survivors for a week straight.
Yeah. So I had the Steam machine, and that.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, I had that.
No, he's the first person I've ever heard say, yo, I have a Steam. What?
No, well, first of all, it was the company sent it to me, so I had to review it.
Oh, so flex on him? Okay.
But I wasn't too happy with it, and at that time I didn't have no gaming PC, so I was playing. I discovered a lot of indie games through that device, through the console. But at first I didn't want to pre-order the Steam Deck because I felt like, man, this is Valve's first handheld. Is it going to be good or not? It's going to be similar to the Steam machine that didn't last that long. And I got a couple people that got it early. I'm like, you know what? Let me get it. So I managed to get it early for me to.
It would be really cool if they, like in a second or third iteration, they came up with some type of upgrade system where like you could insert, like they have their own proprietary RAM or like CPU that you could put in and you could upgrade it yourself.
Well, at the very least, there is a memory card port, so you can throw in a micro SD card to keep it up. Because I think there's what three or four different models, and all of them feature bigger space. But the biggest one that me and Danny both have, it has a different matte finish, so it actually feels a little bit different than the other models.
Even the screen looks different than the other models too.
Anti-glare. And the cool thing is that if you buy one, all of them come with, I think maybe it's actually just the Titan model, I'm not sure, but the ones that Danny and I got came with cases and screen cleaners.
The second, my wife has a second.
Oh, and it came with it too?
Yeah, but the case is different than the one that we have. Like,
oh, interesting. Okay.
My wife, she has one and it's white, black and white.
Yeah.
And ours is black and blue.
Being that you guys are early adopters, usually when a new platform comes out, there's little kinks that they have to work out. Have you guys encountered any bugs or glitches playing with it?
I mean, I've only had it for literally 2 days. In my experience, not too much. The only thing I've really had a hard time is sometimes when I turn the Steam Deck back on after it being in sleep mode, it doesn't necessarily connect right away. So like none of the analog sticks or the buttons are active out the box. It feels like you have to wait a little bit for the system to wake up. But the touchscreen works great, and everything else looks fine too. So I'm sure it might be a game by game case kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, for me, I couldn't download, like when I have the OLED off, I still have updates and I could download the game or in the background, right? I can't do that with the Steam Deck at all. I have to have it on so I could fully download the game. Like one time I turned it off and I was downloading a Final Fantasy VII Remake. When I turned it on, it was still halfway. I'm like, oh man, I messed up. But once I turned it on, the process was like super quick to install.
Do you think as a larger, I guess, like money sink than necessarily something like a Nintendo Switch right now, even though we just compared it to, this is like something for like a gaming laptop, that the Steam Deck might very quickly get obsolete by its hardware alone, since it's unlike a gaming PC where you can keep upgrading pieces? Like, is that ever a fear, or do you think that it's so powerful that it'll have the longevity similar to a console or a laptop?
The way I see it, they're going to treat this thing like the Nintendo Switch, where it's a platform war, it's not a console war, in that it's going to be like an iPhone, where they just keep releasing new models that'll just get better and better and the old ones will be obsolete, but the idea is that yes, this is expensive, but I have over 500 600 games on Steam. I didn't spend a single dime on new games. I just booted this thing up, and not only am I playing games I already own, but it interacts with the cloud save. So immediately I picked up automatically where I left off in both God of War and Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the only thing that I'm very excited to try out is the official dock that I know it got delayed for later this year. That you could also add that to your console and play it easily on the TV. So, but I'm not afraid of this like failing, because I see a lot of people been buying it. People that have never bought a Steam machine, they have this for the first time. So we haven't found out the numbers yet from Valve, but I think it's going to be a successful product for them.
Oh, this is definitely not Steam Machine over again.
Oh,
like
no.
I see it on Twitter, like, oh man, I can't get it. There's a demand for it. I think people are excited. It's just I'm curious to see in the longevity, will it maintain? But it's definitely there right now.
You know when cats are playing with laser pointers? This is how I feel watching Gerard play this game.
yeah, I apologize to everyone at home. I probably should warn you all of a little bit of a flash warning if you're sensitive to lights to maybe close your eyes or minimize the screen just for a little bit, just because as I get better and better at this game and evolve like a snowball, almost like Katamari Damacy style, the bit rate on Twitch and YouTube will start to fall apart just because.
Why does that happen?
It's because the game, there's just too many things. There's just too many items. It falls apart as you play. And it's so funny because if you're watching someone on streams play this game, it just falls apart. I think it's hilarious.
Oh, speaking of items, are there any cool accessories that people need to be aware of?
What a segue, King.
That's very slick. You're a pro, dude. You're a pro.
I'm trying to get like Gamertag Radio.
Yeah, there's a third-party dock where I'm probably going to bring one of these days to Xplay. You guys can check it out. That one. Also, there's cases. I've seen the different colors, the cases you could add into to this, and of course SD cards. You know.
Yeah, I definitely want one, especially starting to travel a little bit more. I can see it versus carrying the big heavy laptop. The case, what's the name? Like, does it add extra bulk in the book bag? Is it?
You know what? Let me.
Do you have it?
Can somebody pass me the case?
Because sometimes cases are like
mine's right here.
I don't like cases that are like damn near a book bag.
Yeah, can you pass the cake, Leffler?
The cake. Pass me the cake, please.
Can you pass
Case.
The case.
cake.
So this is right here.
Oh no, this is not bad.
Yeah, and in the back right here, you could put the plug.
Yeah, I can't stand
that's
cases
smart.
that are like way bigger than the actual product. So that this looks great to throw in the book bag.
This is such a small thing, but what I actually really like about this compared to some of the stuff that I've seen around my Switch is that this just looks
The white for the screen.
minimalist. It's very clean in its design.
You know what I love about it? Show the back. There's a pouch that you can pull apart, and that's where you put your power adapter.
Yeah.
Hey,
So it doesn't crush your screen. It's
And
just-
also came with this too. Only for our tier.
yeah, little screen cleaner.
Yeah, so I could clean it and everything. But yeah, it feels great. It's perfect.
Yeah, it
Great
feels
device.
really high quality. I know that you said it was heavy. I don't know the actual weight dimension, so it could very well be heavier than the Nintendo Switch. But when I picked it up for the first time, I was like, this is very comparable for how much more powerful and larger it is.
I definitely want one. I think I'm gonna wait till like second or third gen though. But I like just holding it. I'm like, okay, I see the potential in this thing.
Final thoughts. Tech, just go back to the screen real quick. When you get a chance
This feels
to the game.
I think this is a must have. I think this is going to be a game changer for Valve.
This is Vampire Survivors, one of the best games ever made. Best $3 on Steam. One of the best games on the Steam Deck. I'm not even playing at this point, and I'm doing pretty good.
So you just stay there the whole time? That's
all I got to do is get a little bit of gold,
Okay.
and I'm invincible.
This isn't a slam,
little bit
just
of
an
gold.
honest question. Why is this game fun if you're just doing this?
it's just about surviving,
This is about whooping ass.
and that too.
You ever played a game where you're hold on? You ever played a game where you're great at it and you whoop ass and you beat little kids in the ground?
I play Pokemon Unite.
Does it feel good?
Yes.
Welcome to Vampire Survivors. 160 hours of my life have gone to it, and I don't regret it because I'm the best. Thank you. Fuck them kids. Danny, thank you for joining us talking about the Steam Deck. We appreciate you being here.
Thank
Oh,
you,
thanks.
Danny.
Thanks for
And we'll give it to Danny one more time. Woo! We're going to go ahead and take another quick break. But before we go, hey, Left, do we have that cake yet?
Hey,
No cakes.
Chat, you know that.
Do not. Which one is it? Do not
Doesn't matter.
spam! Exclamation point cake. Don't spam it.
Do not listen to this man.
There's no cake.
Keep spamming it. Exclamation point cake. We have a chance to change his mind. When we come back, the Black Okage sits down with Lance Reddick
Yeah.
to talk about the Resident Evil Netflix series and which other video game characters that he liked to play in real life. Don't go anywhere. Exclamation point cake.
turn it back on. I want to watch.
You want to keep? Oh yeah, let's watch the lights.
So last week, the Resident Evil TV show premiered on Netflix with a take that manages to be surprisingly faithful to the story of the game, while also carving out its own take. Joining us to discuss everything Resident Evil, spoilers and all, is Albert Wesker himself, Lance Reddick. Thank you for coming back to the show. Second time talking to you.
It's a pleasure to be here. I like how you say spoilers and all. Like,
yeah, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Because we want people to watch the show.
Yeah.
But first thing I wanted to ask you is, I was watching the show and I was like, it's really cool being able to meet you in person. I was like, I wonder when it comes to having like a big production like this, do you have like some type of ritual that you do when like a new show or like a movie comes out where like you make the kids sit down and watch Dad? Or...
Well, I mean, it's not like I've had that experience a lot. I mean, with The Wire, I was just excited. With Fringe, I was kind of nervous, but I was also excited. With Bosch, it was more. I thought of it so, even though I had a great role, I thought of it so much as Titus's show that I was like, man, I hope this is good for Titus. So, and this is the first one where I'm basically the male lead. So, in that regard, and the fact that I'm playing such an iconic character, that made me nervous. But the flip side is that I had so much going on. It was all about just kind of getting through the next thing and getting through the day. So it wasn't so. I didn't have that much time to be nervous.
The next thing I wanted to ask you was about some of the challenges you face actually producing this show. One of the things that was really cool was it's kind of a spoiler, but you're a clone in the show. You're not the original version of Albert Wesker, and there's multiple versions of you on the screen at a time. Were there any challenges that presented doing that, like basically talking to yourself? Was there anything you had to do in preparation for that?
The scenes where I'm Albert and Bert, because Bert's of the clones, Bert's the one that's there the most. So, when I first, in the show, when I first realized that, because I'm thinking that he's dead. He's been dead for years. So when I first find out that he's alive, we have a big scene together. But we're kind of not in the same room together. So I shot I shot Albert's side and then I shot Bert's side. So the hardest thing was just preparing, because it literally took twice as long. Just, you know what I mean? Just in doing my script work. And then the scene where all the versions of Wesker are there together, even though the scene's not that long and there isn't a lot of dialogue in it, trying to figure out how to differentiate all the Weskers was a challenge. And then when we shot it, it took 2 days just to shoot that one scene. So we had to figure out all the choreography before we shot anything.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I total respect for that. What about the trench coat? You got the, don the iconic trench coat. How did that make you feel? Did you feel powerful? Did you feel like you was ready to do something dubious?
When I first put on the trench coat and I put on the glasses and I looked in the mirror, I thought, oh, I'm the version of Wesker that's Blade.
I'm so glad that you addressed that. He's seen the memes on the internet, and you said it, I did.
It's an elephant.
I laughed. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed.
And there was a part of me that was like, oh, I look like Wesker. Oh, damn, I look like Blade. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah.
No, my respect for you just grew like a whole lot more. I love when somebody can laugh at themselves, bro. Like, you still did great at the role. You're my favorite character in the show, but like, that was funny. It was a funny meme. So I appreciate that. Are you familiar with the games? The Resident Evil?
I'm almost completely unfamiliar with the games. So except for some gameplay that I researched and watched online in order to kind of research the Wesker from the game, because I had to play him in one episode. I've never played the game, and as a matter of fact, when this job first came to me, I wasn't even aware that it was based on a game. I only knew the movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would, if you ever get a chance, 'cause I know you like the game, I would say a good starting point is Resident Evil 4, because it's more action heavy.
Okay.
And I would love to see a character in there come from the game. People who play the game know what I'm talking about. Her name is Ashley. I would love to see Wesker interact with Ashley in some type of way, because she's probably one of the most...
Does he interact with her in the game?
Not really.
Okay.
But she's just one of the most intelligent characters to ever touch the game.
Oh, cool.
I would recommend that character. Now, who do you feel like is a better kind of schemer, like plotter? Is it Silence or is it Wesker?
Well, Silence is more of a megalomaniac. But in terms of IQ, I think they're pretty close.
In terms of video game characters, because you said you're not familiar with Resident Evil, but you know you were in Destiny, so and you're also a gamer. Is there any character?
Well, to say I'm a gamer, I play Destiny. I mean, that's about.
Hold on, come on, bro. Don't sell yourself short. You play a game, you're a gamer. Okay. Own it.
Okay.
Is there any other characters that you would want to see from any other video game, whether it was a game you played from your childhood or any? Is it something that you want to see adapted like on Netflix or something like that? Like Silent on the big screen or something like that?
I would love to see Silent on the big screen, but my understanding from what I've read is that the adaptation they're focusing on is actually like before the apocalypse happened. So that probably won't happen.
Yeah.
But I would love to play that character on screen.
Okay. Is there any other game?
Zavala. I mean, come on. I'd love to do a Destiny movie.
For sure. What do you feel like is your favorite takeaway or memory from actually shooting the Resident Evil series?
Oh man, I don't know. I had so much fun. I mean, that was such an incredible experience. I don't know what.
And then let me add on to that. Do you feel like you learned anything? Like you grew as an actor? Is there anything you learned on that set specifically?
I feel like I grow as an actor every time I do a new role.
For sure.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like I grew as an actor in this because. Number one, it's a characters that I've never played before, and you know, you're always it's this weird thing because on the one hand, you know, I consider myself a transformational actor, so I'm never really playing myself. So I'm kind of trying to channel, you know, the spirit of whatever character it is that I'm playing. But by the same token, you have to find some way, some part of yourself that is the character to find the hook, to find a way into the character. That journey of self-discovery it's always new. It's always different because every character is different.
I like that because you gave me a great segue. So where can they discover this show?
Netflix.
It's out right now?
It's out right now. Number one in the world.
No, hey, say it loud and say it proud. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to check out Resident Evil right now, available on Netflix starring Lance Reddick as well as a bunch of others. Great show. For more things,
wait.
You got one more for me?
Well, can I plug one other show?
Do you think?
Farzar. It's an animated comedy by Waco O'Gwen and Roger Black, the same guys that brought you Brickleberry and that brought you Paradise PD.
Where's that available?
Netflix.
It's also on Netflix?
Yeah, also on Netflix.
Is that out right now?
And it's out right now.
I'm going to look the YouTube trailer up right after this.
24th in the world.
Okay.
18 in the countries. It's also in the top 100, so yeah.
No, I'm going to take your word.
I got to tell you that.
No, this dude is like the sweetest dude, man. And we have whole full-blown conversations before the camera comes on. So at the bare minimum, I'm going to check out the trailer, and I think you guys should too. Check out the show available on Netflix. So
Farzar's funny. It's funny.
For everything Resident Evil and everything else on Netflix, make sure to stay tuned here on Xplay. I'm TBH, Lance Reddick, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Hey, welcome back to Xplay Plus. Hypercharged Unboxed is a co-op shooter game that lets you play as action figures defending against hordes of plastic toys. It's Toy Story with guns. We're going to play together as a team to see how far we can get while we answer your questions. So if you have any questions, use !Q in the chat and we'll answer them to the best of our ability.
And if you don't have a question, but you just want cake, type !Cake.
Yes.
Cake, baby. All right, let's get to the gameplay.
You guys haven't played the game before we sat down and tested it for tech, yeah?
No.
Okay, I've spent some time playing the game. I think Toy Story is a good apt comparison.
Small Soldiers is probably the more violently appropriate one.
I called it Better Fortnite. I got a code from Danny because we were going to be...
Let's switch to gameplay when you get a chance. Everyone in the booth.
And I was just
There we go.
prepping for an interview, and I was really blown away with how fun the game was. And also the fact that we're playing split screen right now. You remember that?
This is the first time I'm playing a split screen.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
I
played
think-
solo.
Hey, I'm on Reddit. All right.
So I think this is the feed you guys are getting at home. This is I think it's Frosk and myself screen.
Yeah, it's us.
Yeah.
If you press B, you can switch your camera to third person.
I'm on the top
For
screen,
that.
Frosk's on the bottom.
So there's money all over the room that we
There's
could
also
use.
hidden things. So the purpose of this game mode is it's kind of like a tower defense. So I'll actually drop down and start building stuff so people can see.
shit.
But I'm just grabbing some.
Yeah, so for those of you
points.
for those of you watching at home, if I'm on the, or that's actually on the other screen now. There's 3 colored points. There's green, red, and blue. We have to essentially protect them by building up little fences and little bombs and traps to prevent the enemies from full-on going through like a tower defense does. But we also have the ability to just to shoot them FPS style. So it's kind of column A, column B. We have to work together to ensure that they don't just wreck our 3 core points we have to protect.
The best part about this game, though, is not only does it just feel like fluid in terms of gameplay, but the customization is awesome in this game. You unlock so many different action figure types, different customization of colors, their weapons. Oh, I wanted to get up there. And also the different types of tower defense that you can find. So you can see, like, unlike Fortnite, where you just kind of get to build whatever you want, whatever shape you want, it's kind of like designated areas that you can drop and build. But there's different, like, instead of Lego blocks, there's like some plastic leaves that do like a slow. And so if you have a designated team, because it is 4-person co-op, you can kind of make someone your utility person. You can outfit someone more with like kind of the raw damage and kind of create small classes, if you will. So I think it's pretty underrated, and it feels good and it's fun.
You could also play regular deathmatch games, team deathmatch online too. So you could play co-op or just solo if you want with randoms.
I think my favorite thing about this game is just the story behind it. A lot of times we as the gaming community, we complain that we don't get new IPs, and I've always made the argument, well, you know, they do drop, but a lot of times y'all don't support them. But one of my favorite things about this game is I've seen this on my timeline for like the last 6 months on Twitter. People constantly retweeting clips of this game.
Anyone who plays this game instantly is like, this is a great game. It's just getting them to play it.
And I just want to see more, if I could, you know, use my platform. Like, hey, I love seeing that stuff. If you guys see something you like, it's new, it's an indie game, or even if it's from a AAA studio, it's a new IP, show it love, man, so we can get more original stuff.
I do have to mention that this is also playable on the Steam Deck, because that's how I've been playing it a lot through.
I also do want to point out that in the poll that we just took, which is will Michael Leffler purchase a cake, overwhelmingly the answer was yes.
Did anyone vote no?
Yes, thank you, chat.
Just to clarify, Frost, to answer your question, no was not an option. It was either A, yes, or B, yes. So to me, the cake is not a lie. It is the truth.
They're here. Okay.
Oh,
I was trying to explain that joke to my wife the other day, and I didn't
The cake
quite...
is a lie joke?
Yeah.
Maintain the high ground.
You gotta just play the game in front of her.
So the first wave is a little easy, but later it gets tough.
Oh yeah, this game can get really tough. This is actually a pretty easy level as well to defend.
You actually because you actually got to play it on your Steam Deck, or are you just saying that you know it runs? You got to...
No, I played it multiple times. I even played it online.
Guys,
Yeah, oh, yeah, you said you,
attack, you
You were playing on the
Muppets.
toilet the other day, right?
Yeah, all the time. That's how I play all my games, especially Vampire Survivors, and I last a long time.
This is
I prefer third.
Hypercharge.
Wow, we lost a core already. Good job, team.
Yeah, because you Muppets let the bad one die.
You're not even here at the point.
We need to designate which cores we're defending.
Okay.
We're all defending the green one. I'm on the red one.
Pro tip
Yeah.
right now. You see up in the top left-hand corner of your screen where it shows red, green, and there's no more blue one? That is the life of our cores. Now, blue is on the bed, completely left undefeated, so it's dead.
Also
Now we
the
just
red-
have green and red left.
Okay. Yes.
Well, playing together is pretty rich to what just happened.
That's a loose way to
But
put
you
it.
Hold on, Frost. If you were under attack, why didn't you say, "Hey, can I get some help at point blue?"
I did.
Instead
I
of
said-
letting it go.
I believe I said, "Hey, Muppets, point blue is under
All right.
attack."
So the green one needs
I do
battery.
not remember you calling me a Muppet saying "Hey," because you use Muppets like it's a word for everything.
It is a word for
Hey
everything.
Muppets, get me a soda. Hey Muppets, what's up, Muppets?
We need battery. Anybody
it
have
up.
battery?
Yeah, the
don't know what the
batteries, you
batteries-
can pick them up and put them in the cores and give them health back if they survive.
Oh, great.
Because I only got batteries for.
I love how the PC upstairs has the PC Master Race Reddit on the screen.
Oh, there's a blue one here, and I totally forgot about.
I want no.
So what? We're playing the co-op mode. What? You got to play off stream. Frost, you think this is a potential esport here?
I'm going to hit you with a soft no, but I also don't think Fortnite's an esport, so...
Oh my gosh!
wow.
Yeah.
What would make the segment better? Cake, or Muppet cake?
Muppet cake!
You know what Muppet cake is? Fake cake.
I
No
don't know.
one can eat Muppet cake.
I
Why
think
would
it's
you want
lovable
that?
Cake.
I don't know about that fraud that Fortnite statement, Frost.
Sick.
I played against Booga, the dude that won like the 3 million.
Yeah.
And I played against him in another game, and he pushed my scout back in a
here's
turn.
the
Left,
thing.
what's
I'm not saying that Fortnite kids aren't cracked out of their mind.
That man
and can
pushed my
transfer.
scout back in the game.
Here's the thing. Fortnite, great. It is the marijuana of esports. It is the gateway drug. It is getting you in there. We will thank Fortnite for our future esport pros.
You think marijuana would make us crave more cake?
Yes. Definitely.
Can we start the round already, team?
Yeah, go for it.
Light it up, light it up.
I'm putting batteries already. Brand new battery, green. So we're good. And cake.
And cake.
No cake.
My
Not a
issue
cake.
is that Fortnite completely changed the meta before one of their biggest tournaments of all time. Where's the competitive integrity?
I don't know. I don't Fortnite.
Hey, I play Fortnite.
I'm sorry.
Don't build.
I love that it became a verb.
I don't know.
I don't
know.
Fortnite,
I don't
man.
Fortnite. I played it twice, and I was like, you know what? I will say I loved the original tower defense, original version of
with
Fortnite.
the zombies?
It was Fortnite Save the World, I believe.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about Fortnite story about that?
Build
no.
around the dead.
I was big into Paragon back in the day, and I got a tour of actual Epic Games Studios. They flew us out. We were talking about the future of it before it collapsed. And there was this little game in the corner. It had 2 developers. We walked past it, and they were playing Fortnite. At the time, we didn't know what it was. It was just the Save the World. I was like, yo.
They knew.
They didn't know either. They were begging us to play the game. They were like, yo, we'll give you guys codes. Please try it out. We was like, we love Paragon. We think it's going to stay. Man, I wish I would have hopped on that board.
Well, it's the same thing. They did the same exact thing at E3. They had a little meeting room, and there was barely anyone there.
Yeah, they were.
And then a year later, they rented
play.
out the stadium with live performance with Logic.
Never count people out, man.
Yeah, you never know. Okay. I think we're good, man, but we're down by.
We're working together.
I was one of the first supporters of Fortnite. For the first 6 months, you could buy a completionist icon, not buy it, but like earn it and plant it in the ground as a flag.
Do they still have it in game?
I don't think so. Not
I don't know
anymore.
anything about the Fortnite.
I don't even know if they have flags anymore in the game.
They've got Batman and Naruto.
It looks great. I
And
think every time I
John
see clips of
Cena.
Fortnite, I'm
John,
like, that's really
finally you can see him. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see John Cena there. All right, so we could now prepare this right here.
We did get that wave.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Just had to maintain the high ground.
All right. How we looking?
So is this game in early access? Is this a completed game?
It's still early access.
Okay.
But I know the console version, the Xbox is coming out first.
Do they have a roadmap for when they feel like it'll be version 1? It'll be completed.
They haven't mentioned anything about that yet.
Look at my castle. This is where I live. It is mine.
All right, time to fight.
Okay,
Here we go.
got build mode.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
How you just climb?
Hey,
gotta
you
look
guys
at
have been
that.
asking questions in chat. Do we have any How many questions lined up?
Ooh,
All right. we were told the question that was selected is a weird question.
Fumbled the bag.
That makes me curious about what it was.
On second thought, we're going to do a recall.
This is a weird question. To be fair, I was reading the gaming news this morning, and I think it was Kotaku has an article on it that says, like, 7 best BDSM kink games. And I was like, who did they pay to write this?
It's a slow news day, huh?
Apparently.
Hey, it's summer.
Did any of us play the original Toy Story game? And if so, how does this compare? Well,
Is that the one with Buzz
I have
jumps on the
played.
That was on PlayStation and 64, right?
There's several Toy Story games. Just a spoiler alert: they are platformers, and they're not
Not that great.
the craziest well done. A lot of people have a nostalgia for them. Just gonna say, this is very different. You have a gun. You murder robots. Very different from the Toy Story for the Super
Yeah,
Nintendo.
if he's talking about that Buzz Lightyear one that was on the N64, that game had one of the worst cameras I've ever seen. And this game's camera works.
Okay,
We
so
can read.
I mean, you're only using one analog stick.
So I broke my leg yesterday.
IBM keyboards were all right.
Even with this, RBG is everywhere.
Ooh, I think I found more items here on top.
IBM keyboards
Got
were all
39
right.
seconds to prepare.
Yeah, everyone, once you're ready,
username?
I believe.
I'm ready.
Are you in attack mode or build
those
mode?
boots.
I'm
Why
ready.
am I the only one interested in this?
I just found some stuff on top. That's why I was like, let me go over here.
What is this?
Everyone, I know we're getting a lot of questions about cake. I appreciate the support. We'll let you know how the cake turns out. I'm still rooting for cake. Don't believe in the dream. I mean, don't give up on the dream. You gotta believe.
Give up on the dream.
Don't give up on the dream.
Give up on the dream.
The cake,
There's not going to be any cake.
there will be a cake.
We're told that we're tossing to a break.
In the middle of combat? What a
pause it?
tragedy. I don't.
What?
We
No,
cannot.
you can't
We
pause.
cannot.
The Beyblades are here.
And the station.
No. We'll take. Well, no. Look, we have to take a break. More hypercharge.
Wait,
Cake
no, I'm fighting a
is
Beyblade.
on the way after the break. There will be cake. Bring the cake. Bring the break. Don't go anywhere.
Guys, hit the spin.
The enemy is too close. Rebuild your defenses. The enemy is too close. Rebuild your defenses. You've got 'em on the run.
Hey. Welcome back to Xplay Plus. We're playing the new action figure shooter game, Hypercharge Unboxed, and answering your questions. So go ahead and use !Q in the chat and ask your questions, and we'll answer them to the best of our ability. Right now we're playing a co-op mode where we got to defend the towers.
When you say co-op, some of us are dead, Corey.
Who died?
Who died?
Who died?
Corey died.
What are you talking about? I'm up top. What do you
No.
What?
Somebody died.
I died, but I came back.
Why you put that on my body?
I'm the best. I came back. Also, just a quick shout out.
Thank you. I'm the shooter guy. Thank you.
Quick shout out to chat. Exclamation point Q to ask a question. We actually don't have any legit questions because everyone's just asking where the cake is.
Is the cake the lie?
He's at the store.
Well, that's because cake is great. Ice cream cake, chocolate
It's
cake,
true.
little
But
Debbie
what do you know about
cakes,
this,
because
guys?
little booties matter.
Chat, we have a team that comb through and look at like impressions of Twitch chat after streams and like kind of get a general vibe of what happened and just the sheer chaos.
Yeah, I can't wait tomorrow in the wrap up. So, last time we had a stream, all of our engagement was about cake, and you know what we're gonna say? Leffler should have spent the $60 on the cake.
Give the people what they want.
See the booing? That's not for me. That's not for me. You know what? A lot of people say $60 is too much for a Nintendo game, but they still buy it. I'm not saying
true.
that's the right way. I'm not saying that's the thing to do. I'm just asking questions, Lev.
Maybe the cake is underpriced, and I feel like I don't know how they can make a cake for only $60.
Do we need to unlock?
Don't
spend
you
more
understand,
money
Leffler?
to get?
We only have 57 days left in the month to get the Mario cake that's $60, okay? We got 2 months.
So
they're coming.
Passion.
Enemies.
No cake.
Boo.
Who hurt you, Leffler?
They were a team player.
You're not gonna get cake.
Wait, this is a good question.
Here's a great question. What is our game of the year so far?
Is this even a debate?
And no, but here's the thing: Elden Ring obviously is going to be the one that comes out.
Right.
But the fact is that God of War, Horizon, Elden Ring,
on.
Stray, Inside, all released in the same year.
You say stray?
I did. Did I fucking stutter?
Yeah.
Did I
Wow.
stutter?
Excuse me. This is
Wow.
I'm getting
this
word
is
from the
a-
producer. You're cut from the show.
This is a Christian stream, please. Only swear when it makes sense, okay? Like when you say Vampire Survivors is the best fucking game of all time. Thank you
Vampire
very much.
Survivors released this year?
Yes.
if there was
$3 on Steam.
I'll give Stray 6 Man of the Year. That's what I'll give it. You
Six
know?
man?
Yeah, that's what I'll
Like
give
number
it.
6?
Yeah.
I think it's the biggest surprise of the
Yeah,
year.
it's a dark horse. I would give
Yeah.
it
Hypercore is about to
that. Dark
That was your best joke.
No one heard it. So it's okay.
Thank God you weren't mic'd for that, Leffler. That would have been your career.
No.
Oh my God, there's planes. We have to stop the planes.
Wait, oh, I missed
Wait, are they
those.
home? No, they're bad planes. One blew up into me.
Bombers.
Oh damn! My area is completely destroyed.
The most underrated game of the year, Vampire Survivors, $3 on Steam, everyone. Weekly updates.
You know, I think As Dusk Falls. People should try that one.
As Dusk Falls?
Yeah.
I'm really keen to play that. I watched for the review this morning. I thought it was a great review.
Great
Guys.
review. Xplay channel. Make sure to
Neon
check it out.
White. Neon White.
Neon White was
is
incredible.
That's another one.
Not that it's underrated, but everyone already forgot about it. TMNT.
It's
Loves
Scarlet and
TMNT.
Violet are releasing soon as well.
It sold over 1 million copies and it was on Game
Hell
Pass.
yeah,
it's,
it did.
it's far from
Hell,
underrated. It
I'm
did great.
I'm just saying.
Why underrated though?
It's just because everyone already forgot about it, is what I mean. Like, that's how fast we are on games nowadays.
I feel like that should be bigger news because like a lot of people like to argue that Game Pass might ruin sales, but they pushed 1 million units and they said they didn't even count the Game Pass. We don't actually know. It's well over 1 million.
It did very
And
well.
not even a month.
Yeah.
That was
That
just
game
in a
did
couple
great.
weeks, 2 weeks or
It's just
so.
watching me long
I'm gonna-
after this play.
I'm going to give a shout out
this
also
is-
to
one enemy now.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Also want to give a shout out to Live Alive.
Do you want to help me?
No. You deal with it. It's your problem.
Wait, there's one enemy left and I can't find
It's
it.
in the air. Look at the sky.
here's-
Oh snap! The
Actual question though,
it came to me.
because we all just listed off a ton of great games. Is there any game that really should win it over Elden Ring though?
The only way I think Ragnarok could pull it off is because I feel like we know what we're going to get from a gameplay standpoint. It's got to have like the most fire story I've ever seen. That's the only game I think, and I just don't see it.
You know, Ratchet and Clank was a pretty good game. Ratchet and Clank was a really great game.
Horizon.
Horizon?
That's a good point.
Oh, it came out the same month, right?
Oh my
Wait,
God.
Ratchet and Clank came out last year, right? Or was it this year?
I remember
Because I don't remember.
Ratchet and Clank came out last year.
Last year. So Horizon was this year, the same month as Elden Ring. Ooh, that's rough.
Well, there's definitely one game of the year that I think I'm going to bring to the equation right now, and that is a $60 cake from Cold Stone. It's a game, Leffler. It's a game, and you know how I know it's a game? Do you know how I know it's a game, Leffler?
How is it a game?
Because I won. Jake, bring out the cake! That's right! That's right! Speak and ye shall receive!
Should we change the script? All right, here you go.
Bring it in.
Manifest
Bring it
that
in.
cake.
Manifest. Manifest.
Manifest the cake. Look at it.
Oh, that look.
Cake.
My man's just twerking.
Now, Leffler, come back. Come back, Leffler. How does it feel to be outvoted amongst the whole room that we spent $60 on the cake?
What is this? Is the extra $60 for like the toys on top?
That's
like
official
the cake shop?
Nintendo
You know what?
merchandise.
If I knew Nintendo, those are probably Amiibo.
Genius.
No, don't eat
No,
that!
no, Luigi.
Luigi.
It's not edible. It's not edible.
That man tasted the cartridge for the Switch.
What does Mario Kart taste like?
Yeah, what does Luigi taste like, Jake?
Listen.
Plastic? Rage.
Wait, but look at Luigi. He looks like he's to the side now.
He's
Thanks,
like,
Jake.
He's giving
oh, nah,
While he
Mario.
figures out what he's doing with his mouth over there, I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this cake. I mean, we don't have a knife.
Can we get a
How
close-up
we-
of
how
this?
we-
Hold
how
on,
we gonna
let's-
cut it?
Wait, how do we cut it?
Someone just told us to bring this out here. So like, I don't know if we have knives.
We don't have
like-
a knife?
No, we don't have a way to cut this. We weren't supposed to have cake.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm cutting the cake.
With my God of War axe?
No. Listen, we have to take a quick break. So Jake, you got to stop because he's about to commit manslaughter. So we got more cake and Hypercharge. When we come back, we'll be back with more Xplay Plus.
No, Jake!
I got it. Here we go.
No.
Welcome back to Xplay Plus, where I pretend to be a gamer. No, I'm joking. We're playing Hypercharged Unboxed, and let's get back into the game. We've been playing a little bit of this.
Just so we're all on the same page here. We have the cake. It is being cut into slices. Frost did the math. Supposedly, it is. We could cut this cake into 8 pieces if we're being kind, because it's an 8-person cake. That equates to $7.50 a slice. And we've also been informed that we paid extra money for the Mario and the Luigi figurine.
Are you serious?
It's extra. It's more than $60.
And you can't even eat them.
This is $72. This is $72 cake with the figures on top. So it's $60 without the figures.
Who would have thought that cake was the thing that sobered drunk Link? Who would have thought?
I can't. It's too much.
That is wild.
Well, at least we have some new toys for the set.
That shit was funny, man. Well, while the cake is getting cut, now actually, someone in chat pointed out that increases the value of the cake to about $9 a slice.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Which, if we're being honest, is not that expensive when you go to a restaurant and order a slice of cake, right? They bring you like a brownie with a piece of ice cream on top or something like that. Like, that makes sense, I guess. But we're not there. So, with that said, let's get back to playing more of this game.
The show really got hypercharged.
Yeah, we spent today's budget on that ice cream, everyone.
Guys, let me just read about the new Super Mario Bros. Menu has 2 items, including Mario and Luigi's Masterpiece.
Masterpiece?
Masterpiece.
Whoa.
It sounded something different.
The other way, Masterpiece Creation and the Rainbow Sprinkled Road.
Hey, yo. Yo, this man left her set off camera. That's not ice cream.
Okay. The Rainbow Sprinkle Road ice cream cake is a Mario Kart-inspired ice cream cake made with layers of moist yellow cake.
Let's not ever use that term in Mario.
Sweet cream ice cream and blue frosting topped with sprinkles and decorated with the Mario Brothers.
I want to know who read that and got it. Oh, boy, I got a pre-order.
Tell you what, I will reimburse Xplay for the cake. I will pay.
Money spent.
The money's spent.
It's money
Leffler,
spent.
what do we have to give up for that? Like, what did we lose?
I'll not eat for a week at Xplay if that whatever I have to do. I really pushed hard for this cake. Chat agreed with me. When everything falls apart, this is the clip you can use. You can use it for every hit piece on G4 and me. I am the one. I am the reason why everything crashed. It's because I spent $72 of the network's money on cake. So I take full responsibility. It's very expensive for cake. The real question is it good and is it worth it? We're going to find out in a few moments.
What if the cake's awful?
Then I'm going to laugh and feel really bad. I think we have some more questions coming in. I don't know if they've...
Look at them, man.
Oh my God, Twitch chat is right. We
Correction,
$12.
Zero Flame said, correction, you spent $12 on cake DLC.
DLC? That's a typical Nintendo.
Damn it, they got us again!
They got us.
Big microtransactions.
Guys, have you seen this poster for Jurassic Park?
What's it called?
Big fucking thing.
Is that really what it's called?
Look. Big fucking thing.
I didn't even notice it. Let me go.
I didn't notice that. That's on top? Where exactly?
It's above the kid's bed.
It's next to the
I see
next
it.
to the Indiana Jones parody, the Indiana Jones / Goonies parody. It says Indies.
Oh, I love the Goonies, filmed in Oregon.
It really does.
Hey, you guys.
What is our favorite FPS weapon of all time? I'm gonna say
Railgun, not
I'm gonna
close.
say
Not a raffle.
the shotgun from Counter-Strike Source /1.6. I was sniping homies with that thing when I shouldn't be, and it was a great time.
VR Halo. Let's go.
1.6, 1.4, you know what I mean.
I'm going to go with the grenade launcher from Modern Warfare 2, which was commonly called the Noob Tube, mainly because it pissed everybody off in Arma Troll.
It doesn't look like a battlefield.
Oh, they're here.
now, but that
Here they come.
right.
All right, so when points are being attacked, let's use our communication skills to remind each other that we need to protect the base.
They're coming in the
Shit. I just noticed we need batteries
Use the power
for the game. White Frost is looking like I'm in the game.
Too late, we already started.
Until they stop
I'll
moving.
protect the green.
I'm on blue. As much as I can be, that is.
Oh, I'm getting overwhelmed
stop
here,
it.
green.
No, stop it! I'm pushing blue.
Wait, what's
Yeah, I
the
think
melee
I'm
button?
okay. I'm okay. R3, pushing it.
Oh, I didn't even know.
There you go. Hope that helps.
I think the top base is okay for now.
Not the green one.
I got green.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Oh, there's more coming.
Coming from all sides.
You've got 'em on the run.
We're doing good.
Yeah, we didn't lose a base.
Proving we're real gamers.
Hey, we lost.
Still in the first round.
Oh wait,
One more base or one more
got
homie.
So you mean there's still time?
he's done.
Any more questions? So if a toy came alive right now, like the movie Small Soldiers, and started murdering us, which one would be the one that we'd be terrified of? I'm gonna say Street Sharks.
Oh, that's
Those things were. I love the show. I love the toys, but man, oh man, if that thing came alive, I'd be running my ass off. A muscular shark this size that can talk and punch through walls.
orca
I'm
whale.
out. I'm out.
Do plushies count?
Sure.
Yeah. well,
In Creed's case, they count.
if like a Gyarados plushie came alive, we're all dead.
I think they mean like it's still a toy though. So it's gotta have. There's gotta be a toy with like a Beyblade. A Beyblade would be a deadly toy.
Would it?
Would you be terrified of
Yeah.
the Beyblade though? If you saw it?
Didn't you guys see when Ovely and I had our Beyblade Esports tournament? I took Ovely's finger
No, I didn't
off.
watch Boosted.
Oh my god!
Thanks a lot.
I'm allowed to make that joke
Thanks a
because
lot.
everyone in the network makes that joke. I'm allowed the one morbid joke. That's too far. That's too far.
You gotta have a little nuance
That's
to your
too
joke. That was
far.
a little too
I wanna
direct,
point out,
Gerard.
I want to point out I am one of the only hosts that almost attended every single episode of Boosted in some capacity. So it's a lie. I'm making a joke.
What's funny though is that no, I won't make that joke.
I was there in person, everyone. I love everyone on Boosted.
I was there.
Yeah, we had a Beyblade tournament, and I almost took Ovely's finger off the Beyblade. It exploded. And then I learned all about competitive Beyblade, which, if anyone wants to know, I could talk about, or I could just quietly fade out. Like
Someone said, "Yeah, but you watched it in studio, but not online to help the metrics." Well, I'm supposed to pull out my phone while I'm in the audience.
clearly not trying hard.
Hold on, okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me
Get
do that.
Xplay
Let
on.
me
One
do
tap
that
for
right
YouTube
now.
and Twitch.
Let me do that right now for you guys, so that we're all on the same page here.
All right. I added all batteries, all 3 base.
Here you go. Doing my job.
Did Jake what?
There you go. The stream's going on my phone. I added it.
Did Jake fall in the cake? Is that what?
And I don't know where it is now.
The cake is being prepared.
So we at G4 guys, if we ever do like a behind the scenes of the studio again, there's a corner upstairs that has just quietly accumulated stuff. Just random stuff. There's some games in there. There's some money. I don't know who keeps putting that stuff. It started, I think, with a single $20 bill, and now people are just donating there. And I like to think that the last person standing at the network, it's like a king of the hill, gets to go home with all of it. The cake should go there.
The thing that I'm still laughing about is the fact that when we were doing stream blocks, I swore about $400 in cash into the
swear jar?
into the swear jar, $400 in cash over the course of like 3 or 4 months that we did the stream blocks for, or rather, really the 2.5 months. That money's gone. So whoever took it.
So who really owns the
Yeah, so really, if we're talking about that specific leveler, I technically purchased in this network already, via the power of swearing, about 6 Mario Kart cakes.
Everything comes.
Now here's a question. Should we leave Mario and Luigi there in that spot?
We should.
I think that would be.
I think Fable 3's up there.
Yeah, we're trying to see how long it takes for us to cave into Nintendo's marketing schemes to get us to pay $72 for a cake.
Honey, it'll get you half a cake.
Yeah.
Jake is about to come in here with just cake all over his apron, all over his face.
Yeah, I don't know why we allowed Jake to be the person alone in the room with the cake.
Did.
Oh,
it was very
Gabriel.
slick.
Wait, Gabriel's just as bad as Jake.
It was very slick how he picked it up and left.
We might run out of time on the stream before we even try the cake.
How long does it take for them to cut 8 slices?
Oh, they just said, and I quote, "and that finishes cutting the cake." So it means that they're almost back in the studio.
I hope they did surgery with them cuts.
If we
Super
ever
precise.
interview Doug Bowser here at the studio, Danny, remind me to ask him to reimburse us for $72.
I'll try. I'll try my
willing.
best.
we will accept Nintendo point gift cards.
I still think it would have been hilarious.
A copy of Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Between two ferns style interview with like I'm totally spacing now. Peter Moore and being like, Doug Bowser, right this way.
Built the defense.
Can we skip the timer now?
Yes, we can.
All right. I think I'm ready.
Everyone,
Yeah, I'm ready.
everyone pull out the gun.
defenses are up.
Pull out the gun. It should start it, and then you press in. Is it R3? L3?
No, on that sprint.
Oh, you press up on the D-pad. Skip
Oh,
to
no,
build.
that's
mode. Oh no.
No, up is for
Skip
the
build mode.
weapon. See, like my weapon.
What is it?
It's
I can't read it from here because I'm barely.
Oh wait.
So press up on your D-pad. There you go. Now you're good.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, so it's
It's whoever when
Whoever's
you
host.
all have your guns out. It should start the wave.
There we go.
Yeah, we don't have to wait 5 minutes between each round. We just chose to.
Derek asking the great questions here. Imagine how much cake you could buy for what the table cost. You don't want to know. so much cake. Is pie better than cake? As a true question.
Pie.
There's so much variety in pie and cake.
I'm being told by the command center the answer is no.
Whoa!
I don't.
You cannot tell me that like a key lime pie is better than like a
We're talking.
triple chocolate moist cake.
This is the whole battle. This is the whole battle. What did you say, Zipper? All pie is better than all cake. Wow.
I don't know, man. Pecan pie is pretty legendary. I don't know.
It's not over, Frost.
Frost, don't give up. We need your help.
Don't let them let us rip all over us.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're being Beybladed.
Thanks a lot. I died.
That's,
The
Ice Cream Man has returned.
wow.
Hey, all right, let's see a
Go
sec.
full
Hold
screen. I
on.
want the cake.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 slices
Actually,
of cake.
15. We gave 2 away already.
Oh, 15.
We
15.
gave you a smaller piece.
That's not bad.
For your turn.
That's pretty good.
Okay, 15 pieces. Wait, okay, so
Thank you.
There you are.
15
Thank you,
divided
Ken.
by 72. No, 72 divided by 15.
Pick a piece. What piece?
What kind of knife did you guys use to
This is
cut?
just
You guys were
plain a
back there for a
serving
long time.
size,
Well,
$5
it was a struggle finding
Gotta
a
get a butter
way to
knife,
cut
huh?
this thing. Yeah.
All right.
I have something I want to say before everybody digs
Okay.
in.
Okay,
You know,
so
when it's all
you're being booed digitally. I hope you know.
bring it on.
The digital audience. Not
Getting
dead.
shot.
Would you like a piece?
mind if I? Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What?
Did you want to try this?
It looks delicious.
Yeah. Do you have $72 to participate in this?
I will. I want to
You've
say
been a
this.
hater all show.
I want to say this. I'm going to use this as a prop.
Sure.
This cake is a lie you all tell yourselves. That's all I'm going to say.
What does that even mean? He just
It's
walked
the-
away.
It's one of those things where it's
he
like,
stole a
Wait,
piece
did
of cake.
Wait, where are you going with that cake?
He just said,
Come back!
"You can't do that to us, Leffler."
that meant everything. or nothing.
You guys come get cake. Come on.
Oh my God! This
Question,
cake
are we
was
gonna-
amazing.
Get out!
Are we going to
This
review
cake
this?
is so good.
What do you give this? 1 out of 5.
I give this cake a 3 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
A 3.
This is actually pretty dang good.
Yeah, come on in here. Oh, you're taking the carts. Okay.
I think a 3 out of 5 is fair. I think that it's solid cake.
It's solid. It's not blowing me away though.
No, it's ice cream cake, guys.
I mean, but for the price though.
So
compare it to a Mario. Compare it
get
to
a
a Mario
close-up.
game.
I don't know.
Actually, as a free $72 cake, I'm going to give it a 5 because it
What
was
can we do to make this
We gotta go
better?
to this one.
We don't have cam ops to do this.
the budget.
I mean, we don't. You know what I mean? I don't have someone to. It's because the coloring of the palette of the lighting stuff is not
Oh, yeah,
working out.
there we go, there we
I'm
go.
trying to get a better shot. Thank you,
Jake's
Jake.
bringing it to the close-up.
All right. Let's see. There we go. That's a bit better. So you got the blue ice cream on the outside.
The ghetto close-up.
The
Like
yellow. there we go.
Oh,
Pretty.
higher,
there
higher.
we go.
There it is.
Don't drop it. Don't drop it.
Don't drop it. Don't drop
yellow
it.
cake.
You have that sponge cake on both layers, and then you have the ice cream cake in the center with the sprinkles. It's pretty delicious. Bit aside, I would not pay $72 for this
Oh
cake.
no, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
This is Dairy Queen $3, $2 cake
Hey,
fest.
Hey, I'd rather with that
Don't
money.
besmirch the queen.
With that money, I'd rather go to the Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios. Get
That's
some
true.
tickets there.
Are
And
those
experience.
tickets $70?
It's up there.
So you can either get the cake or you can go to
Oh my god.
Oh my God! You can compare. That's
Guys.
pretty wild.
For almost one full admission to Universal Studios Hollywood, you could get the Mario cake.
Going. I wish y'all could hear the controller vibrating on the table right now. It is going crazy.
Hey, did team in the Bay? Did you guys get some cake?
I'm gonna take these last 2 pieces.
Good. Yeah, take them.
Goodbye, children.
No.
Thanks, Dad.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna try any more of this cake, I guess,
Thing is shaking. It's not stopping.
and more Hypercharge. We'll see you guys soon.
What is your controller doing?
God.
All right, TBH, it's you.
Yo, this controller's still possessed.
Welcome back to Xplay Plus. We've been playing some Hypercharge, I cannot talk, bro. Hypercharge, Unboxed, and eating cake, $72 cake, trying to figure out if it was worth it.
I have to give an update. Someone in chat informed us during the break, and I looked it up myself. Currently, I believe it is somewhere between $110 to $140 a ticket at Universal Studios Hollywood, which means that you would need to purchase 2 Mario cakes in order to go to Universal Studios Hollywood. I would not trade that. I would just go to Universal Studios Hollywood. Don't buy the cake. Don't buy the cake.
Now, if you're a resident, is it cheaper?
Yes.
Okay.
So if there's a world where you get a discount for buying cake at Cold Stone Creamery for being a resident of America, then it might be worth it. But I don't think so.
Apparently, the cake was so good, it made Frost walk off set to go buy another one. It's crazy.
Oh, she's back.
Oh, what? Oh, hey.
Update. Hey.
Guys, I have some bad news. They ran out of ice cream cake. And our credit card declined.
Oh. Okay. We are back on this.
I'm still eating the cake, but you guys can play.
So we only have one left, it looks like.
Yeah, this is a chill game, though. Like, I feel like when you have like a long day, you just want to mindlessly play some co-op. I think this is definitely a vibe.
You gonna try out a deathmatch?
I wanted to play deathmatch, but personally, I feel like because people knew that I was the shooter guy, they knew I was a threat. They didn't really want to go at it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was like, we'll just play co-op for Xplay.
Shots fired.
They didn't want another Joe situation on their hands, you know. So it's all good.
Joe, get in here. Speak your piece. Get in here.
Joe,
Are you going to let him talk to you like that?
Joe, no. You come in here. You don't let this man disrespect you. He has the platform. You get a platform. Get in here. Talk on this mic.
Fuck you.
Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, the rematch and Fight Night is coming, and you don't want to miss it.
You got to do that live at Kickback.
I think next Kickback stream, it should actually just be Joe versus Corey, and we can get the full commentator desk
Sure.
down
Yes,
for
I'm
it.
down for that.
Speaking of
100%
tournament, though, tomorrow before Attack of the Show, we'll be doing our little mini MultiVersus tournament. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. BST? No, that's when the show starts.
You guys need a
2
cast.
p.m. 2 p.m. PST.
And thanks to all the info that we learned about MultiVersus in the hitbox today, if I lose tomorrow at any point, I'm just going to blame the lack of the hitboxes, you know? Like, it's just not working correctly, according to the internet.
That's your excuse because you know you're going to lose?
Come on, we know.
The Johns came out of
Hey, look, Corey didn't say anything, but I destroyed him during
Hey,
Game Fest.
team, the blue
Street
base.
Fighter.
The blue one's
Oh,
being
you did?
messed up.
No, you
Street Fighter.
did. No, you did.
It's the blue one that's being
To be fair, Danny did destroy me in Street Fighter 6 at Summer Games Fest, but it was only because he pulled a fight stick out of his ass, and I was like, "Yo, who shows up to an event like that?"
First of all, I don't know. That's a lie.
He pulled the fight stick out of his ass, and then he shouted, "Gamer Tag Radio!" And then like lightning came down like Shazam, and he just became a god at fucking Street Fighter. I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
By the way, this controller is possessed.
Is it still shaking?
It's still shaking.
Hold on. Put it on the table. I don't think you can hear it.
That's a freaky controller.
Put it on the table, then put the mic to it. See if we can get it.
It's just moving.
Xplay After Dark.
Turn the mic
Wait, no,
towards
put it on the, okay, yeah, on the wide. Set it down, Danny, see if they can watch it move across the desk.
It's moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to fall. It's possessed. I'm going to hold it. Calm down. It's okay.
Well, guys, we've got some time left. We got some questions still coming in. We have
What
a
is the
correction about the cake. Oh, hold on.
Another
Breaking
correction?
news, a correction about the cake. Please let us know. There was an error in the pricing, okay?
Leffler?
Leffler's coming to
Update.
The
explain.
cake commissioner is coming to read us
Commissioner
the
of the cake.
official ruling.
In my zeal to trash the idea of the cake, I may have gotten the pricing wrong. It's actually $62, which is just $12 more than a regular cake that size from Cold Stone. So the $12, you don't have to add them. It's just that I may have exaggerated the price of the cake to try to get it up.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
They prey on your downfall.
Wait, what? The audience here is chanting cake after they've already eaten cake.
Bunch of toddlers.
We're not going to spend another $60 on cake. I'd rather just buy Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at that point. Well, thank you for being honest and sharing your truth with us.
Absolutely. I'm going to go eat some cake.
Yeah!
I feel like the issue is he's like, it's only $12 more than a normal cake. That's still an expensive cake.
That is pretty expensive.
Hashtag CakeGate is the chat is typing right now.
I agree with
It is a conspiracy going on here.
Conspiracy.
What are they called? The Betty Crocker cakes? Those are like
Speaking of
$3?
conspiracy, do we have any more questions in the chat?
The most, the funny part is this is like the most interaction we've ever had and the least amount of questions.
It's just all about cake. No questions are being really. I mean, there's a few. It's taking a lot because there's for every one real question, there's thousands of. Where's the cake? Please bring the cake.
You get that cake in here and we question it.
How full is the swear jar after today's show?
F-bombs?
We've had a lot today. The linear editor.
Sorry.
Luckily for them, this part won't make it to TV, so you're lucky. I think we sweared the most here in the show. But as far as swear jar goes, we don't use a swear jar anymore, so we don't know. I alone at least probably $200 today. Sorry, let me take that back. I alone 4 Mario cakes purchased.
Why not, Chris? I mean, that cake was fucking good. I mean,
there you go.
It brings it out of you. It brings it out of you. Oh, wait.
We do have something for the linear editor as an apology.
Is it more cake?
Deal with it.
That's not going to make it. That's not going to make it.
Soda jerk strikes again.
Why have we gone off the rails so far? It's in the cake.
Welcome to Xplay Unhinged.
Okay, people are asking about my shirt, so I'm supposed to explain it. Okay, guys, if you can't see, this is a DJ Catastrophic shirt, which if you don't know, was Jefferson shoved into a costume to play a DJ set between sets on Attack of the Show. He's currently a little bit injured, but that's okay. We'll fix him up, I'm sure. The shirt was made because they were going to sell it in the merch store. Because then the cat is no longer in the breaks, they decided not to sell it in the merch store. So they only had like 5 of them printed, and we were doing a merch photo shoot. And I saw it, and I was like, can I wear that? They said no. Then I put it on. They said no. Then I took the picture. They said no. And then I owned the shirt. And they can't run as fast as me.
So you're saying you openly are admitting to stealing a shirt on TV?
I have stolen this shirt from G4.
It is a good thing that Jake flipped off the camera because it's not going to make it to TV and no one will ever know that you stole the shirt.
What's best about it is look at the back. Explain to them what's on the back.
Is that like a tour?
It's fake dates for a tour. So the dates have already passed.
Wow, I see Amsterdam.
So I say, put it back in the store, you cowards.
Well, so hold on.
Wow.
So hold on. Just I have to point out the weirdness of this shirt. All of the dates were in 2008, and they were all one day behind each other, all across the world. So that just means the DJ Catastrophic could teleport.
You didn't steal it. You discovered it. That's where
I discovered
it.
Plausible deniability.
Any more questions or what?
What is
Rollerdrome.
For the people who are wondering at home what the question was before Frosk answered it, was what is the hardest game you've played outside of a Soulsborne or Elden Ring game? Hardest game.
Rollerdrome.
Rollerdrome is the hardest game.
It is
the hardest one.
Yes. It took me a very long time. I've put close to 15 hours into the game, and probably for the first 6, I sucked so badly. It was surprisingly a very difficult game to play well.
OG Contra.
The original Contra for the NES, okay.
For me, Cuphead, and especially the new DLC, Cuphead.
Okay.
Tough. That's a really
I'm going to
tough game.
say Catherine Full Body.
I've never heard of that.
Sounds hot.
It's made by the team who made Persona 5 specifically.
Okay, I'm interested.
It's a very fun game. It's a very hard game.
Isn't that a puzzle game?
Yeah, it's like reverse Cubert. It's like a reverse Cubert. You're given a wall
really
and you have to pull out the stones to make ladders and whatnot.
Crazy random story.
Puzzle game where you got to figure out a chick's body. Is that
No, full body is the full body. Hold on. It's not as creepy as it sounds.
Whoa.
The term full body comes from wine. It's how the wine's prepared. It's a full body of wine.
That's what I thought. I was just making sure you knew.
But it's also but
it got you excited though.
To your credit, it is insinuating that it's like, you know,
I got you.
Yeah.
Special effects and all.
What, if any, are must-play games on Game Pass?
I'm gonna look at the library.
Assassin's Creed Origins just recently came to Game Pass. That's a really good one. One of my favorite recent ones.
Ghost Recon Wildlands is coming up too. That's a good one.
I've been replaying Control, so that's all I've been doing with.
The original Xplay team did a review of Catherine.
You know what?
Interesting.
If you're a fan of Spider-Man, download Sunset Overdrive. One of my favorite games.
Sunset Overdrive. Let's go. What a great game.
I wish they would make a sequel.
Incredibly underrated, in my opinion.
Yes.
As far as Game Pass goes, I really love Battletoads 2020. Everyone pooped on it. It's
a hard
awesome.
game. That's a hard.
It's hard. It's very hard. And Power Wash Simulator. That has been
is on Game Pass right now.
That's the game that I've been zoning out to in the evening. Mm-hmm. Also, I think TMNT Shredder's Revenge is still on Game Pass for a little bit longer.
Yeah. I saw that you were also playing Corey a Plague Tale the other day.
Yeah,
Plague Tale's brilliant too.
That's a really good one on there, and the sequel's coming out, so it's actually the perfect time to play it.
Yeah,
if you like stealth games.
Yeah, if you like puzzle, Tetris Effect Connected.
Ooh, Tetris Effect. Good times.
All the way.
Look, I got both the Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and I believe Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts on there too.
And the original Battletoads.
MLB the show at me. As the very much sports guy around here,
the first PlayStation
I have no
game,
intent of playing that.
The first PlayStation game available on Game Pass.
Really?
Five Nights
that makes sense because
it is
the
a
show
PlayStation
belongs to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Fight Night's on Game
Legends
Pass
is
if you
on
guys like
Game
sports
Pass.
games.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. One last question, everyone.
right.
What is a game genre that you want to see come back?
Super excited for the skate game that was leaked.
So you're talking about specifically
Like
skating game.
extreme sport type of games.
The
I know.
skateboard
Was
game.
it leaked?
Well, yeah. Riders of Republic. I really want to try. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, but I hear good things.
So you're talking extreme sports genre. You want to see extreme sports back.
Yep.
Sports.
I would like to see the return of
Syndicate.
platformers, especially at the Ratchet and Clank on PS5. Just more of that. Can we get a Jack for it? Jesus Christ.
And bring back Banjo-Kazooie.
Yes.
I have to say, Banjo 3E, wherever you are in the universe,
Let
if
it
they
go.
get this on camera, no. This is how powerful I am with my eyebrows. This is how it's going to work. I will bring back Banjo. You hear me, Rare?
Need some of them jiggy
I'm
pieces,
coming.
baby.
We're going to make
that
Banjo.
face.
It's happening. I don't care if I'm an old man. I'm going to will into existence. Clip it. It's going to happen. You all laugh. Banjo will return.
I actually agree with chat. They have a better one. Rhythm games. Guitar Hero. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to take it back too. DJ Hero.
That's so good.
Music
So
games. I wish they bring back music games in the way that like you can not monetize but allow digital creators to come forward and license their music, just because I think a big reason why we can't stream Rock Band, even Dance Dance Revolution, or any of the Guitar Hero games is because DMCA claims will just take it down right away. So I'd love to see a good return of it. It makes sense though, but they didn't plan for streaming to happen.
The natural transition is they need to become more of a platform, not just like a game.
Yeah.
Give the tools to the artist to actually be able to
that would be
produce something.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I don't even know if I'm supposed to wrap it up, but I just started talking, so I'm sorry.
It does say TBH.
You know,
Okay.
I can't see it on the prompter.
I can see it. So,
You got it, boss.
I got you. One team, one dream. That's all the time we have today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Danny, thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you,
A big round of
Danny.
applause. Want to give a shout out to the team in the control room for keeping us on track. A big thank you to Joe, to Zipper, to Jefferson, to Jake, our jerk soda boy.
Also, Emily.
Emily,
Yes, Emily.
Golden Boy, Sessler watching at home. A big not thank you to Michael Leffler for not letting us get the cake.
Boo.
Boo. Well, we'll see what happens. Tomorrow, please hang out with us at 2 p.m. for the Xplay Kickback. We're going to be doing a mini MultiVersus tournament. We'll all be there. We'll see you, at least here, same time next week. Bye-bye.
Peace.